Hey guys, welcome to another video and thanks for clicking on this one. In this video, I want to share with you some of the things we can expect this week. Now, there isn't a lot of economic data coming out, but there are about two that I'm going to share with you. And of course, we're going to talk about some earnings that are coming out this week and some important economic factors that you want to consider as you look into the week and as you prepare for, what opportunities you want to get into this week. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Steven. On this channel, we talk about investing and how you can make your money work for you. So if you are interested in that, please check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do have my notes with me. This is not going to be edited as much, but please, this information can really help. So let's start with the economic data that are coming out this week. On Tuesday at 8:30 a.m., we have the US trade deficit that is coming out. Now, you have to understand that one of the things that the president has been working towards is improving the deficit with the US and other foreign countries. So with that said, this number is likely going to be very crucial and important to the president, especially as he applies his trade policies to different countries. So we'll see how that comes out. We'll see if it's narrowing, because the goal is to see that number narrowing, and hopefully it's a good number for the stock market. If it comes out worse than expected, then of course the stock market will take a hit. If it is maybe in line with expectations, then that's probably going to be a good day for the stock market. But let's talk about something else that is coming out on Thursday. This will be August 7th. We have the initial jobless claims and US productivity coming out as well. Now, these numbers can sometimes move the market depending on how it's interpreted. There isn't much expectations going into this personally for me, but something to keep in mind, because as you make your trades, as you anticipate what can happen, you want to be prepared. You want to have an idea of why the market is reacting the way it's reacting, and understanding these numbers can help you stay prepared and help you find opportunities in the market, because certain stocks may perform better than the other. That is for the economic data that are coming out this week. Now, moving on to earnings. Well, our favorite stock, one of them is Palantir. Palantir is reporting earnings tomorrow, August 4th, and the earnings are likely to beat expectations, and of course the stock is likely going to go higher. However, there's need for you to exercise caution, because we know that there is a lot of momentum sell-off in the market from last week, which could carry into tomorrow. And as we've seen, cryptocurrencies in general have sold off over the weekend, although they've made some recovery today. But that is not solid just yet. We need to see what the futures say by this evening, or at least show. And of course, tomorrow's market will determine what is likely to happen through the week. On Tuesday, AMD is reporting their earnings, and ANET. ANET is Arista Networks. This is a stock that, if you check the graph, it's done excellently well. It's very volatile, just like them tech stocks as well. But this is one to watch out for. I actually have some Palantir, by the way. I have some AMDs and I have some ANET as well, and these stocks have performed really well. Personally, I am cautiously optimistic on AMD. AMD has made recent highs, and I remember the last time I checked, I think got to almost like $180 if I remember correctly. And it's all within a few months or few weeks. It ramped up so fast, as Nvidia has done. But ANET is another one that has taken on that momentum as well, and it's gone up drastically in the recent times. ANET has reported earnings. They've beat earnings recently in their previous quarters, and these numbers are translated into how their stocks has performed. But something that you want to keep in mind is that these stocks are very volatile, and depending on what happens in the market, I want to be optimistic about all these three that I've talked about so far: Palantir, AMD, and ANET, because they've been beaten down recently due to a lot of the tariff situations and all these curbs that the president is putting on the chip sectors. But their numbers have been quite impressive so far. Let's hope that continues into this earnings for this particular group of companies. ANET in particular is one to watch out for, as we know a lot of these chips that are being deployed need the network to do so, and this is where Arista Networks come in, and that's where they've been getting businesses as well. So it's definitely one to watch out for on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have McDonald's, Disney, and Uber. Those three are big juggernauts that we need to watch out for as well. McDonald's, starting with McDonald's, of course. I don't have any McDonald's personally, I don't have any Disney personally, I don't have any Uber. But these three have been ones that have definitely printed money for a lot of people, And these ones may be opportunities to look out for on those days. Now, that is that for earnings and the economic data that are to come out. Now, moving on to the last part that I want you to consider. There are a few things that we need to think about, as we know that the president has extended some deadlines for certain countries when it comes to tariffs. We also know that in particular, China was extended another grace period so that they could conclude their negotiations. One important date that you want to keep in mind: August 7th and August 12th. On August 7th, we have many of the reciprocal tariffs announced by the Trump administration will go into effect on August 7th. However, China is still in negotiations regarding its specific reciprocal tariff rate, which was initially delayed until August 12th. It's worth noting that goods already loaded onto a vessel at the port of loading and in transit before August 7th will not be subject to these new tariffs. Now, on August 12th, the current trade truce between the US and China is set to expire on August 12th. If no new agreement is reached, the tariffs on Chinese goods, including a 20% tariff plus a 125% tariff on most imports, could become effective on that date. These dates are very important. August 12th on my calendar will be, let's see, give me a second. August 12th would be Tuesday. So not this coming Tuesday, the upper Tuesday, but August 7th is Thursday this week. Okay, so 4 days from now. Those dates are very important. We need to keep them in mind as you go into any opportunity you find yourself in. My worry is that if China and the US does not come to a new agreement, then this could definitely impact the market, especially the chip sector, Nvidia, Palantir, AMD, ANET, and the ones that we've talked about. So in as much as these stocks, this earnings for these companies may do well, if no new agreement is made, or at least in favor of the US, according to the negotiators, these stocks will take a hit. And this is why we need to be prepared and know how to move, especially as we get into this new phase of tariffs and, the back and forth going on. Now, one other thing that I would like to mention is that if you are the type of person who does not like to invest in single stocks, you don't like to follow all of this stuff that we have to talk about here and keep up with them, or remember, you have your QQQ ETF to invest in, you have your SPHG to invest in, you have your SPY ETF to invest in, you have VOO, VTI, and the likes to invest in. So take away the stress, take away the fact that you may have to worry about what to invest in and what to buy at a particular time because, hey, the tariffs situation is going crazy. We don't want all that stress. If you fall in that boat, if you fall in that group of people who don't like to deal with that stress, then of course do your ETFs and forget about everything I just said. But if you want to find great opportunities that can make you 110% and more, these are the type of stocks that do that. If you found value in this one, please don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you in a future one, and have a great day.